the man who sat still while everyone was running. Before we begin, let me tell you something very important. If you are someone who wants to understand life, if you want to learn how to stay calm when the world is chaotic, if you want to know how people actually build wealth, discipline, and focus, then this channel is for you. Here we uncover the hidden lessons of life, the truths most people only discover after years of struggle. Stories about patience, stories about focus, stories about the mindset that changes ordinary people into powerful ones. So before we start this story, take 1 second and subscribe, because the next lesson might be the one that changes your life. Now listen carefully, because this story is about a man who did something strange. While everyone around him was running, he chose to sit still. And that decision changed everything. There was once a young man named Daniel. Daniel lived in a busy city where everyone seemed to be chasing something. Money, status, success. People were always rushing, running to work, running to meetings, running after opportunities. But strangely, the more people ran, the more tired they became. And Daniel noticed something. The richest man in his neighborhood did not run. He walked slowly. Sometimes he even sat quietly in the park for hours. This confused Daniel. How can someone so successful move so slowly? He wondered. So one day Daniel gathered the courage to ask him. The old man smiled and said something Daniel would never forget. Most people run because they don't know where they are going. Daniel frowned. The old man continued. When you don't know your direction, you move fast to hide your confusion. Daniel was silent. The old man pointed toward the busy street. Look at them, he said. Cars, people, noise, movement everywhere. They think speed creates success. But speed without direction only creates exhaustion. Then the old man leaned closer and said something powerful. The secret to wealth is not speed. It is clarity. Daniel asked, "What do you mean?" The old man replied, "Before you chase money, learn to control your mind. Because money does not stay with people who cannot control themselves. Think about it. If a man cannot control his spending, money leaves him. If a man cannot control his focus, opportunities pass him. If a man cannot control his emotions, he destroys his own progress." The old man continued. Most people try to build wealth before they build discipline. And that is why they fail. Daniel listened carefully. The old man told him 3 things. 3 rules that changed his life. Rule number 1, learn to be calm. The world is full of noise. Social media, news, opinions, arguments. If you allow all of it into your mind, your thoughts will never be clear. And a confused mind cannot build a focused life. The old man said, the most powerful people in the world are not the loudest. They are the calmest, because calm people see opportunities that emotional people miss. Rule number 2, focus on one thing. Most people fail because they chase too many things. One week they want to start a business. The next week they want to trade. The next week they want to learn something new. But success requires depth, not chaos. The old man said, if you dig 10 shallow holes, you will never find water. But if you dig 1 deep hole, eventually you will. Focus creates power. Rule number 3, build before you show. Many people want to look successful, but very few want to become successful. They buy expensive things to impress people who are not even thinking about them. But the truly successful person does something different. He builds quietly. He learns quietly. He grows quietly. And one day the results become impossible to ignore. Daniel followed these rules. While everyone rushed, he learned to think. While everyone complained, he learned to improve. While everyone spent money, he learned to build it. Years passed, and something incredible happened. Daniel became one of the most successful people in the city, not because he was the fastest, but because he was the most focused. And whenever people asked him the secret to his success, he smiled and repeated the words he once heard. Most people run because they don't know where they are going. But when you know your direction, you don't need to run. Now let me ask you something. Are you running through life? Or are you moving with purpose? What is the one thing you are truly focused on right now? And what is the biggest distraction that is stealing your attention? Write your answer in the comments. I read them all. And who knows, your answer might inspire someone else who is trying to find their direction too. Before you leave this video, take just 30 seconds and send it to at least 10 people you truly care about. Your friends, your family, the people you want to see succeed in life. Because sometimes the greatest act of love is sharing a message that can open someone's eyes, change their mindset, and change the direction of their future. The people we love deserve knowledge that can lift them up, not a life of struggle and regret. If this message meant something to you, don't keep it to yourself, share it. And if you believe messages like this can change lives, subscribe to this channel. Because here we don't just tell stories, we share lessons that can change your mindset, your future, and your life.